Hello, my name is Luke Fisher, and here is my code for assignment 4 of CSC 380, the babyNames generator. So to start off, I'll just give it a nice run through and show you how it works. Upon execution, we have the intro, and it asks you for a male or female name. I'm going to go with male. And it asks for a minimum and maximum length for the name. Let's go 3 to 10. And then it'll then ask how many names you would like to generate. We'll go with 5. And this is what it ends up with. First name, comma, 80, a day, Karavini, and Ben. So some standard, some not so standard, but that's how it works. Here we got the main. As we can see, it goes through basically everything it needs to run the program, all of the printouts, and then a while loop to make sure you input a valid gender, male or female. And then at the very end, it runs generating names on each of these custom class Markov models up here, and it will do that as many times as you input for the amount. Alright, moving on, we'll go to the Markov custom class, which implements a hash table that has a string for the name and an array list for its object, and then a standard R&D random to calculate random values. So here's the constructor. To start off, it puts in a basic start and end object into the Markov hash table, and then after that it reads line by line the baby names from the 1,000 most popular names text files that are here in the source folder. After that we have the AdWords function, which is called on each of these baby names, and what we do is we add two underscores, to the beginning and end of a word just to give it some space, and that way we can tell where the beginning and an end of a word is. After that, a array list is made, which is the split letters of the word input. After that, it goes through keeping track of the previous two letters and adds them to the Markov model. That way, what happens is it gets the next available letter after the two previous, and it stores that letter in association with the previous pair. And so it repeatedly does that for every name. That way the previous two letters, whether they're the beginning hyphens, a beginning hyphen and the first letter, or two of any of the middle letters, will know what letter follows it at all times. After that, the name generation is done like so. We get the string name and then a next character, which will keep track of the two previous, as we have seen here. And what we do is we get the letters following the start of a word by looking at the double underscore token in the hash table. And then we add an underscore before that, so that when we actually go into this while loop here, it knows which correct object to look for initially, which is an underscore in the first letter, which is gotten right here. And then it repeatedly adds the character to the name and then appends it to the next, so that the next time around it'll look for the proper next character, and it ends as soon as it finds a final underscore, so an underscore after one of the characters that it finds, and at that point it prints out the name. Otherwise, if the name that it finds is too long or too short, it will run generate name again and try to find one within the parameter size. So yeah, that's how the function works. I'll just run it another time real quick and look at female names. So 3, 10, 3. And there we have it. Thank you so much, and I hope you like the program.